Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on stratification and differentiation. In this video we're going to look at life chances and disability. Disability significantly impacts life chances, shaping various aspects of an individual's opportunities and outcomes throughout their life. In the United Kingdom, sociologists have extensively researched how disability affects education, employment, income, health and social mobility. In this video, we're going to explore some of the key findings from sociological research of the impact of disability on life chances in the United Kingdom. Education is a critical area where disability impacts on life chances. Research indicates that students with disabilities face numerous challenges in the educational system. These challenges include inadequate support, discrimination, and physical barriers. According to the Department for Education, students with special educational needs and disabilities, SEND, are less likely to achieve academic success compared to their non-disabled peers. They have lower attainment levels at GCSE and are less likely to continue to further and higher education. Sociologists have highlighted the importance of inclusive education schemes, where students with disabilities are integrated into mainstream schools with appropriate support. Research by Norwich and Lewis emphasises that inclusive education can improve academic and social outcomes for students with disabilities. However, the quality and availability of this support varies widely, with many students still facing significant barriers. This disparity in educational opportunities affects their future employment prospects and overall life chances. Employment is another critical area where disability impacts on life chances. Disabled individuals in the UK face higher unemployment rates and are more likely to be employed in low-paid and insecure jobs compared to non-disabled individuals. The Office for National Statistics reports that employment rates for disabled people are significantly lower than for non-disabled people, highlighting a persistent employment gap. Sociologists have explored various factors contributing to these disparities. Discrimination and bias in hiring practices, lack of reasonable accommodations, and limited access to education and training are significant barriers. Research by Boertood indicates that disabled individuals often face an employment penalty, where they are less likely to be hired and more likely to experience job insecurity. These employment challenges limit their economic independence and reduce their life chances. Disability significantly impacts income and economic stability. Disabled individuals are more likely to live in poverty and experience financial hardship. Research by the Joseph Rowntree Foundation highlights that households with disabled members are more likely to have lower incomes and face higher living costs due to additional expenses related to their disability. These financial disparities are exacerbated by the benefit system. While disability benefits provide crucial support, they are often insufficient to cover the extra costs of living with a disability. Additionally, changes to disability benefits, such as the transition from disability living allowance to personal independence payments, have been criticised for causing financial insecurity among disabled individuals. These economic challenges restrict their ability to invest in education, healthcare, and other resources that will enhance their quality of life. Health outcomes are another domain where disability has a profound impact. Disabled and impaired individuals often experience poorer health outcomes compared to non-disabled individuals. Research by the Equality and Human Rights Commission in 2018 showed that disabled people have higher rates of chronic illness, mental health issues, and shorter life expectancies. Sociologists examine the social determinants of health, such as income, employment, and living conditions, to understand these disparities. Disabled individuals are more likely to live in inadequate housing, face social isolation, and experience stress due to financial and employment insecurity. Additionally, they often encounter barriers to accessing healthcare services, including physical inaccessibility, long waiting times, and discrimination. These factors contribute to poorer health outcomes and reduce life chances for those with disabilities. Disability also impacts on social mobility, with disabled individuals facing unique barriers that hinder their upward movement in society. Research by the Social Mobility Commission highlights that disabled individuals are less likely to experience upward social mobility and more likely to experience downward mobility compared to non-disabled individuals. Education and employment barriers are key factors in limiting social mobility. The lower educational attainment and limited employment opportunities restrict the ability of disabled individuals to improve their socioeconomic status. Additionally, societal attitudes and discrimination create further obstacles. These persistent inequalities highlight the importance of addressing the structural barriers that limit social mobility for disabled individuals. Bourdieu's concepts of social and cultural capital are relevant in understanding how disability impacts on life chances. Social capital refers to the networks and connections that provide individuals with support and opportunities, while cultural capital refers to non-financial assets such as education, skills, and cultural knowledge. Research by Shakespeare explores how disabled individuals often have limited access to social and cultural capital. Social isolation, discrimination, and physical barriers can restrict their participation in social networks and cultural activities. This lack of social and cultural capital further limits their opportunities and life chances. Enhancing social and cultural capital for disabled individuals through inclusive policies and practices is crucial for improving their life chances. To address the impact of disability on life chances, various policy interventions have been implemented in the UK, and these include measures aimed at promoting equality in education, employment, and healthcare. The Equality Act 2010 provided a legal framework to protect disabled individuals from discrimination and promote equal opportunities. Other inclusive educational policies aim to provide support and accommodation for students with disabilities, ensuring they have access to the same educational opportunities as their non-disabled peers. In the employment sector, initiatives such as the Disability Confidence Scheme encourage employers to hire and retain disabled employees. And additionally, policies promoting accessible healthcare services are crucial for addressing these health disparities. However, the effectiveness of these policies varies, and significant challenges remain. In summary, disability significantly impacts life chances in the UK, influencing education, employment, income, health, and social mobility. Sociological research highlights the systemic nature of disability-related inequalities and the complex interplay of factors that shape opportunities and outcomes for disabled individuals. Addressing these disparities requires a comprehensive package of policy interventions that tackle the root causes of inequality and promote a more equitable society. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on stratification and differentiation, looking at life chances and disability. Thanks for watching.